When exploring complex data, imagine trying to squeeze a vast, intricate galaxy onto a small flat map. How do you ensure you can still see the individual stars without them all blurring into one indistinguishable smudge? This challenge mirrors a common problem in data visualization. In the context of T-distributed stochastic neighbor embedding, or t-SNE, the crowding problem refers to the inability of the low-dimensional map to accurately representing moderately distant data points from the original high-dimensional space. Essentially, too many points end up clustered together, making distinct structures difficult to discern. The core reason for this issue lies in the fundamental difference between high-dimensional and low-dimensional spaces, a phenomenon often called the curse of dimensionality. In very high dimensions, there is significantly more volume for away from any given point. This means that a large number of data points can be considered moderately distant from each other. When trying to map these many moderately distant high-dimensional points into a much lower dimensional space, like 2 or 3 dimensions, there's simply not enough room to maintain their relative distances while also preserving local neighborhoods. If you were to use a standard Gaussian distribution to model both high-dimensional and low-dimensional similarities, as early versions of SNE did, these moderately distant points would all collapse onto each other, creating the appearance of crowding. To skillfully address this, t-SNE employs a clever trick. It uses a Gaussian distribution to measure the similarities between points in the original high-dimensional space. However, when it comes to representing these similarities in the low-dimensional embedding, it switches to a heavy-tailed Students' t-distribution with 1 degree of freedom. This choice is pivotal. The heavy tails of the t-distribution allow moderately distant points in the high-dimensional space to be mapped to larger distances in the low-dimensional space without needing excessive physical separation for other points. Think of it as providing more wiggle room for points that should be far apart. This specific application of the Students' t-distribution means that t-SNE can effectively resolve the crowding problem. It gives dissimilar points enough space to breathe in the 2 or 3-dimensional visualization. This makes it possible to distinguish between separate clusters and identify distinct patterns that would otherwise be obscured. The 1 degree of freedom parameter is carefully chosen to amplify the distances between dissimilar points. Ultimately, by intelligently mapping high-dimensional Gaussian similarities to low-dimensional heavy-tailed t-distribution similarities, t-SNE provides visually coherent and interpretable clusters. This allows researchers and analysts to gain profound insights into the underlying structure of complex datasets, transforming abstract numbers into clear, discernible patterns that aid understanding and decision-making.